The NPD results are in for October 2018, and a lot of questions were answered. Was the PS4 still the dominant console in the industry? Did Call of Duty Black Ops 4 outsell Red Dead Redemption 2? And did the removal of the single-player campaign from Black Ops 4 have any negative impact? All that and more, we're going to talk about right now. What is going on, guys? Randall Thor 19, the man with the million, back again with another video. So, I usually do these videos every single month as I like talking about the industry, and I'm going to try to get through it as fast as I can. And it was a pretty damn good month. The total spend was like $1.5 billion, which is up from 73% from October of last year. Everything is up. Hardware is up 26%, PC and console software is up 104%, and accessories are up 54%. So the industry is flying high. In fact, they said the $1.5 billion in October 2018's dollar sales represents the highest total spend for a month of October since the NPD Group began tracking in 1995, and the previous high of $1.36 billion was reached in October of 2008, 10 years ago. So the industry is as healthy as ever, just based on the money people are spending to buy all these products. Now, the good stuff, the software, the things that you want to know, the things that I had my eye on. I was wondering if Black Ops 4 would have any negative impact from removing the campaign, but that wasn't the case, because Call of Duty Black Ops 4 is the best-selling game of October, and its launch month dollar sales represents the 8th highest in video game history since the NPD Group began tracking back in 1995. Black Ops 4 instantly becomes the best-selling game of the year and the second best-selling game across the past 12-month period, only behind Call of Duty World War II. Nothing is stopping Call of Duty, and this is just more apparent now. I thought them removing the campaign would hurt it a little, and it didn't even phase it. Now, how does that go for the future? Will the next Call of Duty not have a campaign? Who knows? But clearly, consumers have said, we don't need a campaign in Call of Duty. We're fine with the multiplayer. We're fine with Battle Royale and zombies. Now, of course, one of the reasons it did so well is that Black Ops mode, the Battle Royale mode. And while that is hot right now, will it always remain hot? Can you count on it to bring people in to the next Call of Duty a year, 2 years from now? Only time will tell, but it was number one, which of course means Red Dead Redemption 2 was second place. Of course, 9 days on the sale chart for Red Dead versus like 24 for Call of Duty. But Red Dead Redemption 2 sold 3 times the original with only 9 days of reported sales. Red Dead Redemption 2 is the second best-selling game of October 2018 and now the second best-selling game year to date. And it says Red Dead Redemption 2 launch month sales more than tripled those of the previous title in the series, Red Dead Redemption. Like, I have a video on the channel discussing my thoughts about Red Dead Redemption 2. I absolutely adore it. So check out that video if you want to learn more. Now, one of the other games I really do love, and I'll have a review up here shortly, I promise, is Assassin's Creed Odyssey, which came out at the tail end of last NPD reporting period, and it continues to find huge success. So it's the third best-selling game of the month, and in September, the game had double-digit percentage dollar sales growth when compared to the launch of Assassin's Creed Origins a year ago. So it's doing phenomenal, and I'm happy it is, because Assassin's Creed Odyssey is fantastic in every way. Kind of reignited my love of the franchise, which had really waned since Unity. I played Unity, hated it, and I really haven't looked at Assassin's Creed the same. Super Mario Party came in at number 5. Soul Calibur debuted at number 6. Which is actually pretty good. It says here Soul Calibur 6 achieved the third highest month dollar sales for the franchise in tracked history, trailing only Soul Calibur 4 and Soul Calibur 2. So seeing people really enjoy their Soul Calibur here in the United States. And Activision and Take-Two are the top publishers of the year. And you guys can see here, I'll have this chart up on screen, the top 20 games of October. We already talked about some of these. You got Black Ops 4, number 1, followed by Red Dead Redemption 2, then Assassin's Creed Odyssey, NBA 2K19 just keeps on pulling in the money, Super Mario Party, Soul Calibur 6, FIFA 19, Marvel's Spider-Man, which was number 1 last month, falls all the way to number 8. Number 9, Madden NFL 19, number 10, WWE 2K19. Forza Horizon 4 falls a few spots out of the top 10. It's interesting to see the legs a little bit more on this title than previous Game Pass games that Microsoft put out, like Sea of Thieves and State of Decay 2, whereas State of Decay was number 1 in its month. The following month it was like number 19, and Sea of Thieves was number 2, and I think the next month it wasn't even in the top 20. So it seems like Forza Horizon 4 has more legs on it. Then you have Lego DC Supervillains, My Heroes 1 Justice, Shadow of the Tomb Raider really fell off, coming in number 14. Mario Kart 8, Grand Theft Auto 5, still on here. Super Mario Odyssey, Diablo 3 coming in on for the Nintendo Switch. That's pretty much driven by the Switch sales. Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild and NHL 19. So those are your top 20 best-selling games of October. Now, if we take a look at the all platforms year-to-date chart, we're looking at Call of Duty Black Ops 4 number 1, Red Dead Redemption 2 at 2, Far Cry 5, Marvel Spider-Man, NBA 2K19, God of War 2018, Monster Hunter World, Madden, Grand Theft Auto 5, and Call of Duty World War II. Man, really impressive just how well Spider-Man did. It's an exclusive, and it really just jumped way in front of God of War, which is quite impressive to me, because God of War has been on sale since April, and Spider-Man outsold it in less than 2 months. So, I mean, there's no denying which game is now bigger. It's definitely Spider-Man, and I'm sure Sony is probably smiling just thinking about having that game as a PlayStation 5 exclusive, getting Insomniac to probably more than likely work on that. The other thing is, man, Far Cry 5, right? A game that came out in March, still the third best-selling game. It'd be interesting to see if Spider-Man can outsell it. So it's got to be Ubisoft's biggest franchise at this point, right? Far Cry. Definitely bigger than Assassin's Creed. I don't see Odyssey on this list. So Ubisoft's biggest franchise right now. And I'm kind of curious to see if Red Dead Redemption 2 will pass up Black Ops 4. Like I said, 9 days on the chart for Red Dead Redemption 2, like 20-something for Call of Duty. So it's possible those spots get flipped. Moving on to hardware, yes, PlayStation 4 is still dominant. It beat out both the Nintendo Switch and the Xbox One. And, you know, it had a kind of a record-breaking month. It says PlayStation 4 was October's best-selling hardware platform in both units and dollars sold. PlayStation 4 hardware unit sales achieved an all-time October high for the platform, while PlayStation 4 hardware dollar sales reached its highest point for an October month since October 2014. October 2018 unit sales of PlayStation 4 reached the highest mark for any PlayStation hardware platform in an October month since the PlayStation 2 all the way back in October 2002, so 16 years ago. We're entering kind of uncharted waters here with the PlayStation. It's doing phenomenally. What are we now? 5 years into the gen, and it's doing better than before. I think this has kind of caught Sony off guard a little bit. I know recently in their financials call they increased the sales from like 16 million to 17.5. I wonder if this has anything to, you know, they're thinking about the PlayStation 5. They clearly don't need it. 2019 is probably going to be a great year. They're about to destroy November and Black Friday with that $199 Spider-Man bundle. It's just absolutely crazy. And I saw Matt Pescatella tweeting about this stuff on his Twitter about how, the console cycle with these mid-gen refreshes kind of screw everything up, and they aren't going to go away. And it's hard to predict exactly how things are going to go because of that. So I just wonder if we're going to see this all repeated next gen. Now, of course, like I said in the beginning, hardware spend is up, and they say the spending games were because of Xbox One, PlayStation 4, and plug-and-play devices. No number really given for Xbox or the Nintendo Switch, just that PlayStation was king. So that's all the info here. I try to keep it as short as possible. If you did enjoy the video, make sure you give it a thumbs up and share it out with your friends on social media like Twitter. I'd greatly appreciate that. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button. If you want to be notified anytime I drop new videos, hit the notification bell. Thank you guys so much for watching. I greatly appreciate it. And I'll see everybody in the next video. Later, guys.